Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. Welcome back to my channel. I did think of a topic I could kind of talk about that's not necessarily related to all the nuttiness going on in the world right now. I finally signed up for the TheHigherSideChats Plus, and I would definitely recommend anybody who listens to the TheHigherSideChats show with Greg Carlwood, go ahead and do that. And I say that because I strongly believe that the work that Greg Carlwood is doing on his podcast and the way he has kind of taken his podcast in a direction that really is kind of, sorry, I'm probably yelling. He's taken his podcast in a direction that really is kind of it's for the people who want to listen to it. So I really love his model that he's put together where he basically does the subscription. It's like $8 a month, $8 a month, which is not a whole lot. And so he normally puts out a free show for an hour. And then if you have TheHigherSideChats Plus, there's a second hour to each show. So you're basically getting 4 to 5 extra hours worth of content for $8 a month. And that extra content is well worth it. The one disappointment I have is that I didn't do it sooner, because I've been going back through the archives and listening to just the free hours of most of the show, and I'm upset now that I didn't get the second hour in most of those shows, because, and I know now I have access to it, but the problem is there's so much content that I am struggling. And obviously right now, with the things going on in the world right now, I'm torn between trying to watch current episodes coming out and then still trying to go back and go through the entire backlog, because I think there's so much information there that I'm trying to digest, and whether it's good or not, it is yet to be seen. It hurts my brain, I know that, and at times I feel like I possibly could have a panic attack. But and it's one of those things. I mean, I've always been very conspiracy minded, but until I found this particular show, I was never so encouraged to delve deeper into maybe fringe ideas. And they're not even, that's the issue too, is people kind of, conspiracies, you're just going to talk about 9/11 the whole time. No, that's not what it is at all. I mean, yeah, there might be a few shows about 9/11, which great. Those are important too. Some of my favorite shows, though, are any of them having to do with magic, having to do with alternative medicines, using natural medicines, herbs and things that have been around forever to heal our bodies. Those are the things that really interest me, and those are the things that I think are important that some of his guests cover. And they're basically shedding light on the fact that, look, these things are real, and especially the alternative medicine stuff. I'm not saying it's all real and it all works perfectly, but the system we have, the pharmaceutical system that we have, I don't really think it has our best interest at heart. It has our money at heart, is what it has. And I think that should be pretty glaringly obvious to most people. Again, I'm not saying some modern medicine doesn't work, because obviously some modern medicine works great and works probably far better than anything else would. But I don't think we should dismiss the idea that there are other options for healing that have been around for centuries or more, before modern medicine came to be. So I just think that those things are awesome. And I just, without making this too terribly long-winded, you know, I made an episode a while back about Greg Carlwood, and I did a sort of a pseudo little review about it. And I'm basically now just kind of doubling down on that. Like I said, I do the Higher Side Chats Plus now. You get access to the forums. You get a lot of stuff for $8 a month. You get a lot more out of that $8 than you do out of the probably $8 you go spend at Starbucks every single day. So I would encourage anybody, if they're on the fence about signing up for for the Plus show, I would say if you can afford it, which right now is obviously not the greatest time, and I'm sure Greg is probably feeling he's probably feeling this, you know, a lot, because I'm sure a lot of people are they might need that $8 a month. I mean, and that sucks. It sucks that we're at a time where that's how things are. I mean, it's pretty much thanks to the pandemic, which cannot be avoided obviously right now, and it's been hard on everyone. But I would definitely say if you're on the fence about it and you can't afford it, definitely sign up for it. It is for sure worth it. And you know, it helps Greg out, and I think Greg just has one of the greatest models going for a podcast right now. The show's almost like 10 years old, and pretty much from the first episode that I've heard to the latest episode that he's done, they sound almost the same. Like he has a formula that works, and he hasn't messed with it like a lot of other podcasts do. He doesn't have silly bump music. He doesn't have silly freaking transitional tunes and all that garbage. He doesn't have the advertisements. That's the biggest thing about the signing up for Plus. Yes, you get that free hour show, which has no advertisements, which is amazing. And then when you sign up for Plus, you get 2 hours of no ads for, as Greg puts it, you know, no ads for mattresses or underwear or toothbrushes or stuff that you're probably not even interested in anyways. So that model of throwing him a bone, giving him a little bit of money, and then getting a lot of content out of it. I think that's the important thing people need to take away from this, is for $8 a month, you're getting a ton of extra content. I think that's the key here. Yes, I know there are plenty of podcasts out there you can just listen to for free. But again, then you also have to sit through the free nonsense. You have to sit through the ads. You have to sit through what's probably a pretty censored show, because shows that run ads have to follow the formula that the ads, you know, that their advertisers want them to follow. This show, if you go ahead and pay for it, it's complete. Greg gets to say whatever he wants. It's his platform. It's his guest's platform. They can say whatever they want because it's supported by the listeners. It's not supported by ad revenue. So I think that that's awesome. And Greg, if this gets to you, which I highly doubt it will, but if it gets to you, man, you're doing a great job. You're a huge inspiration, because the fact that you were able to quit your freaking 9-to-5 that was just dragging you down, and you were able to build this platform for yourself that has basically created you a living. That's amazing, man. And keep up the great work. And yeah, thank you anybody for watching this, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.